I'm sorry, Bacon, but your hair reminds me of Lego City. Are you mad? Alright, if some of you absolute geezers out there want to roast my hair, I'll do something about it. Ta-da! Ah, you thought I was going to cut it, didn't you? Well, I like it! But it's time for the Gameweek 35 preview of the triple Gameweek preview. How has that happened then? Whoa! But first, the Gameweek 34 review. Where, this game week was a bit of a wacky one, wasn't it, lads? With protests happening and the United-Liverpool game being cancelled, which means none of their players actually scored us any points. So all of the FPL points were really social distancing from us all this week, weren't they? So if anyone wants to go and protest the FPL towers with me and get the season cancelled, I'll be there, no worries. But the very mudded, down in the dirt, average points ended at a measly 39. Ooh. But my points, oh dear. Yeah, that's how many I got. Oh dear. As I only scored 37. 37! Like, come on, lad. That's amateur stuff, right? And I think that's my worst point score ever. Which means my overall roly-poly rank of 85k in the world has in fact had its jaw spun and dropped down even further. Come on! To now around 90,000th in the world. Okay, so it's not too bad, right, lads? And I'm still in the top 100k, and I reckon I got that secured in the bag. So it's all good, and we move on. But the games on my team finished like this. Where not only did Man United and Liverpool have a nice day off and just playing the Xbox instead, didn't they? But my Diaz and Smith Rowe also didn't play, with Alonso also not starting as well. Meaning, I only had 9 players actually in action, 8 of them actually playing all game. And I also had a captain blank, so this week it was actually just the biggest wasn't it? But I guess it could have been a little bit worse, right? Where we did have the Mendy in goals with his 7-pointer. Whoa, one more than his normal 6? What's going on? This is madness. Absolute spoiling me, you are, lad. Cheers. And then we had the magnificent B-Tech defence here of Cody conceding 1 goal to get the 2 points. Target also conceding just the 1 goal, getting the 2 points. And Alonso and his team keeping a clean sheet, but him not starting, so he didn't get those points. So I got the whole 1 from him. And then Diaz also didn't play, where his team also got a clean sheet, but I didn't get his points because he didn't play. So Chelsea, Man City, and I guess technically Liverpool all kept a clean sheet this week, right? They didn't concede, but I didn't get any clean sheet points from them in defence. Oh wait, I got Mendy. Stop complaining, Bacon boy, you got points, eh? But no, you know, if Alonso and Diaz actually played, I would have got all of the points, but it wasn't to be. But then the midfield of Bruno, obviously was a Bruno show with that game being postponed. Jota, who actually got named in the bench on that game before it got postponed, but again, didn't play. Lingardinho finally blanked again. Oh, that's 2 blanks in 2 for him now. Oh, get red, worst player in the world. Absolute waste man, isn't he? But thankfully, Sonny Boy was in here. Go on, my son! As he got a goal and an assist and a clean sheet and a bonus point and even a smile on my face right here as he got me 12 points for hey. Wish I captained him though. And then the deadly attacking premium duo of Kane and Vardy. Oof. Proper having us on this week, weren't they? With Kane having more shots than an alcoholic at an open bar, you know? But still not scoring with all those shots. And then the party man himself, Jamie Vardy, more of the party pooper man himself, and he still just canny score, can he? But again, thankfully, I did have some actual points in my team in the star boy himself, Iheanacho! The only boy I feel like I can actually trust in my team right now. Like, he is just the world's best player in the world. Actually, how is he so good? Okay. But there we go. That is how the team ended up. Where we managed to steal just this 37 points, but with 9 players playing and a captain blank, and, you know, the game's been postponed and a lot of other players not playing, I guess it's not too bad, right? But it was almost very much one of the biggest of the big boys. But thankfully, it was okay. So no worries here, lads, as, you know, guess what? We can actually move on, you know? But what are we moving on to, son? We're actually moving on to the Gameweek 35 preview! One day I'll do that for like 10 minutes and not telling them. The triple Gameweek 35 preview. Like, what is this? This is the first time a team has had a triple game week in like over 10 years. This is absolute madness, right? And we are all here to witness it and have a go at it. We're absolute scenes, lads. So this right here is how my team is currently looking, where I actually only have 2 Liverpool players and 1 Man United players in my team right now. Oh, crumbs. That's not very good for this, is it? Well, I did have an initial transfer plan of getting Alonso out, probably for like a Dallas or someone, and then maybe getting Salah next week. And, you know, I could go for that West Brom fixture. It's all good. He's not going to double. I have to target. But then bam, triple game week announced and everything has changed, isn't it? All changed, all plans just chucked in the bin and we have to go back to the drawing board, don't we? But like honestly, triple game week, this is absolutely madness. But like just look at the graphics of Bruno. I couldn't even fit all the fixtures in. Like what is going on? But my transfer plans have obviously changed, haven't they? And I guess a lot of yours probably have as well. So the initial plans, we chucked them out the window onto a burning fire and we're ready to get some other ones in. But instead of doing my usual preview predictions and going through all the games, just because there's so many games, can't be bothered to do that. But instead I'm going to chinwag about the players we could get in for all the double and triple in teams, and ones that I might get into my team, or ones that might actually be the best one for you to get in your team with. Hey. So Man United have a triple game week. Have I mentioned that yet? I'm not sure I have. A triple game week. A what? Where they will play against Villa, Leicester and Liverpool. But these 3 games are all within 5 days. 3 games, 5 days. Oh, dear. But they also actually play later on tonight when I'm making this video, which will only be 4 days before the first of this tripling game. And then they will also only have a 5-day break to their next game in the league as well. So it's very much of a wibbly-wobbly task they've been given, isn't it? Where I feel like Ole is going to turn into a proper mathematician, all of the rotation everywhere, and just everyone just have a game. You never know, we could actually see Phil Jones come back. Oh, absolute scenes, right? But with all of these games in just such a short space of time, it's just going to be a bit of a wacky one, isn't it? So it is a triple game week, but good freaking luck choosing a player that will actually play all 3 of those games, right? But let's have a browse at their best option, shall we? We're in defence, we got a Spider-Man Wan-Bissaka, a Burger King Luke Shaw, or maybe even a Harry Maguire! Where the best option for their defence this season would normally be a Luke Shaw, right? He's been creating so many chances, he's so good. But with Tellers breathing down his neck, he's probably going to get 1 game in there saying that, you know, all of the games souls were often. So I would say Shaw probably gets a maximum of 2 and might even get subbed off early in some of them, you never know. But then a Wan-Bissaka is in a very good place, isn't he? Not living in Manchester, I don't mean that, but in the Manchester United team, with no actual proper backup or right back, right? They have Brandon Williams, but he's just not played that much this season. Doubt he gets selected over Wan-Bissaka. So I would say there's actually a quite damn good chance he could play all 3. But I feel like with him, it probably will be a case of just subbed early just to get a bit more of a rest. But then we do have the Harry Maguire, the slab-head man himself, who is arguably the most guaranteed Man United player in the entire squad, never mind in the defence, where he is the main glue in that defence, you know, and they can't play without him. That glue being a Pritt stick, definitely not super glue, but but I do feel like if there are no injuries, he will play all 3 and probably one of the only ones that'll play and start and finish all 3 games in year. So I actually think Harry Maguire could be the best United defender to go for. What does FPL come to? There you go. But the reason I chinwag with their defenders more is because I, myself, am 100% getting rid of a Marcos Alonso. Because he has a double, but with him, he might as well just have a half game. Because I don't even know if he's going to play any of them. There's just no point in just risking it. And then he blanks, and then he has bad fixtures after. So there's absolutely no point in keeping him. And my plan was to get in someone that either doubles and doesn't blank later on, or just someone with pretty good fixtures for the rest of the season. But now with Man United having a triple game week, and me only having 1 Man United player in my squad right now, I thought, why not chuck in a Man United player in their defence there? So if he does manage to play all 3, they're effectively playing the same amount of games over the next 2 game weeks, and he's got good fixtures after that. So lovely stuff. And plus, it's a goddamn triple game week. You got to go for it, lads. And this might never happen ever again. So I will say right here, I am very, very, very likely to get in a Man United defender for an Alonso. Or we could actually get in another Liverpool player. As don't forget, Man United's triple actually means Liverpool will have a double. But Liverpool also don't blank after this game week, and they have pretty damn good fixtures as well. So maybe those could actually be a better shout. So potentially, you might actually prioritise them instead. As they not only have the same amount of games as Man United, you know, because even though they double this week, they don't blank next week. So it's the 3 and the 1, or the 1, 2 and the 1, yeah. But they do have a slight more of a rest in between games. So players like Salah and Trent definitely going to play. So if I was to get in another Liverpool player, try and squeeze another one into my team, where I do already have a Trent and a Jota, I feel like the only 2 that I should look at is a Robertson or a Mo Salah man himself. But with me already owning Trent and already got a bit of defensive cover in there, I think Salah has got to be the man, right? He could even be my captain for the next few weeks as well. But unfortunately, the only way I can actually get Salah into my team will be downgrading Vardy and also swapping Son to Salah. Oh dear. So if I want Salah, I have to chuck away a doubling Vardy who will play against a Newcastle team and then a potentially very tired Man United team. And also I'd have to get rid of a goal-scoring Son against a potentially Calvin Phillips-less Leeds. Oh dear, that could be an absolute disaster, isn't it? But my plan next week was always going to be to chuck Vardy in the bin because he has a blank and then bad fixtures after anyway. And I did really want to get in Salah next week because he has a lot of good fixtures and he could even be my captain against the West Bromwich. So these moves are actually the moves I want to do, but unfortunately, my jaw's been spun. I've been discombobulated, and I might have to make them 1 week earlier, where I'm getting rid of double game week players, just getting other double game week players, and if it goes wrong, it could be an absolute disaster. No, if it goes really wrong, you're just going to get the biggest unlucky you've ever heard in your life. But then again, I could get in a forward that I could have for the rest of the season, because I'm going to get rid of Vardy anyway. I want to get in Salah, and I have Iheanacho as the Leicester cover anyway, and Kane as the Spurs cover as well, so it could very well work out. So if I were to do that one, that means I actually need a Vardy replacement. Whoa! Where we've got the likes of Antonio back, looking very thick and sexy in his last game for West Ham, didn't he? Nice brace for him. We also have the Dublin Watkins, who is in very good form right now, but not the best of fixtures. Or we actually have the Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski, who does play a leaky West Ham defence and a leaky Villa defence in the double. You know, both of those teams can concede quite a few goals on their day. So there is actually a big possibility of all the points for him this week. Potentially quite a bit more than Vardy, right? I'm just saying that just so I can do it. But then also Calvert-Lewin doesn't blank next week and he plays against Sheffield United and then Wolves after that. So that is perfect stuff to jump on, I reckon. So he would be the striker I would go for. Okay, so we've established that Harry Maguire could be the best Man United defender option in terms of being nailed on, right? Especially saying I probably will need them later on game weeks, and you never knew Luke Shaw could get arrested in other ones as well. Especially if United secure top 2, right? Why would they risk their players? And then a Mohamed Salah is surely the Liverpool priority, especially for me, because I want to have him for the rest of the season probably anyway. And then a DCL could be a very good shout up top to attack this double, but also later on as well. But coincidentally, if I actually take out the players I were saying I was going to take out, in an Alonso, a Son, and a Vardy, I can actually afford the 3 players right here with exactly 0.0 left in the bank. Boys, it's happening. It's damn well happening. It's written in the stars. And this potentially has worked out perfectly. I think I just got to go for it tonight. As not only does it give me one more player that doesn't blank next week, but it potentially gives me 3 or 4 fixtures this week as well in this triple game week. Whoa. And if I go for this, I can proper attack the triple game week and absolutely go for it. And I reckon I'm going to do it, lads. But instead of these, I could also go like an Alonso and Son to a Robertson and Greenwood instead if I wanted double Liverpool defence. Or I could even go a Wan-Bissaka and Rashford or a Greenwood if I wanted another Man United attack, you know. But with Salah more likely to be my captain next week, and I know I can guarantee him to start the 2 games here, whereas a Rashford or Greenwood might only start 2, maybe only 1, you know, in the triple. I think these moves are the ones that got to be done. Even though it's for a hit, even though I'm getting rid of double plays, I think it will be worth it, lads. But you know what? I could actually just play plain and simple and just go like Maguire to Alonso and just chillax, you know? And then I won't have to sell a doubling Vardy and a Son before very good fixtures, you know? But that is a bit of a snooze fest, isn't it, lads? This is a triple game week. We might not have this for another 10 years. Maybe never, ever again. And you know, FPL is all about fun. And I feel like it would be quite a bit more fun if you just go for it and just have a bit of fun. This is something we will never forget, okay? So I think you should all join me and just absolutely go for it, lads. If it doesn't work out, then just a bit of an unlucky. But if it does work out, boy oh boy, this will be amazing. Like, honestly, we could see scores of upwards of 200 points in this game week. It's not even a joke. It could happen. So this right here, not fully confirmed, but is very, very likely to be my team unless something does come up in the Europa games. Because, like, if a Maguire gets injured, all the plans chucked in the bin once again. Oh, dear. But if I do go and make these moves right here, I'll have just 2 starting players with a single game week. And those 2 are the Harold Kane and the Lingardinho. So not too bad, right? Saying that, I could swap out a Lingard for Smith Rowe as a double on my bench. Maybe. But then the rest of the ones in my team are doubling or maybe even tripling. Hey, oh my god, a triple game week. But even with that, I will still have 10 players in the blank for next week. So with a free transfer or maybe a hit just to make sure, I can have a full team for next week anyway, so we're not taking too much out of that as well. Because if you've got like triple Man United, double Chelsea, double Leicester, you're a bit of an unlucky wibbly wobbly state for next week, aren't you? But with my team right here, I can properly take advantage of this week and also do well next week and be set up for the rest of the season as well. And then captaincy, it's just Bruno, isn't it? Not even going to exercise anyone else. Maybe if I had a Rashford or a Greenwood, I might risk it with that. But I have a Bruno, the highest point scoring player out of anyone, the penalty kick taker, and potentially could play all of the games as well. Even if he doesn't start one, he can come on at like half time or 60 minutes another game and quite easily get something anyway. But that is going to be it for the Gameweek 35 preview. The triple Gameweek preview, what? Where it basically has been a bit of a Sky Sports transfer special there, isn't it, today, lads? Just chatting about my potential moves for this triple game week. Triple game week! I still can't believe it. Triple game week. Are you mad? Now, I actually was going to record this preview video like a day ago, and as I was recording, I got a notification on my phone, triple game week announced, and I was just like, excuse me? Okay then, there we go. But that is going to be it for me today. A deadline stream will be happening tomorrow, so I'll answer all of your questions. So make sure you come along and chat with your own bacon boy ready for this triple game week. Hey, triple game week. But thank you all for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.